So this was all the time Yahaya Bello ought to have come that he came, right?
Yeah.
Do you know how many times they've been driving? Even when he caught someone that he must appear, did he appear?
And
so now, some people are now thinking they want to deceive all of us by all of this. That he has appeared. Why didn't they arrest him? He has appeared. He has appeared. Really? And the EFCC too that saw him couldn't pick him up. In the night, they now went back. They shot sporadically, dodging fire. And both Yahaya Bello and EFCC are acting film.
Yeah.
And they expect us, Nigerians, to believe this is their film. In this same country, that protesters are currently being tried for treason. The police, the authorities didn't waste time to arrest the protesters because they don't have anybody to defend them, because they are not high up there politically, because they can go and die because they are just normal citizens, and they expect us to believe this is their game. See, two of you, both EFCC and Yahaya Bello, Atiabo Kemben and Fonda.
So guys, welcome back to this channel. With the things, with the kind things we happen for this Nigeria, with the kind things we happen for this Nigeria is supposed to be for Netflix. I tell you. You see, Nigeria is supposed to be for Netflix, because everything that is happening in this Nigeria looks like a movie. You can imagine, it looks like a movie. The kind of movie that these guys are playing for us to watch is unbelievable. It was yesterday where Bello visited EFCC. This guy visited EFCC. EFCC could not arrest Yahaya Bello. And after everything, they started, giving us excuses. The reason why they didn't arrest him was because he came with the current governor of Kogi State and all that. And they even told Yahaya Bello to go. So after Yahaya Bello left, now they now went to Kogi governor's lodge to arrest him. Like, what was all this? What was all this? How? What was all this? What kind of movie is that? Somebody that came to your cabal, somebody that, this, person came to your cabal, to your own office, you could not do anything. You could not even, you are just petting him. Somebody that visited you live and direct. You could not do anything. Instead of you to arrest him, you told him to go. And now he has left. You now went to the governor's lodge and you are trying to arrest him. How is that possible? Like, how? How is that possible? No, would you be that? Why would they be taking Nigerians for granted? So guys, it's not only that too. Let me now tell you what is even shopping in Nigeria self. This kind of thing, they have spent over 700 million naira in the office of the First Lady. You can imagine the office that a Nigerian constitution does not even recognize, and they are spending over 700 million in that office. They said it's for nation unity fabrics, like all these Ashwebi, Ankara and all that. Why Nigerians are suffering, why Nigerians are hungry. They are busy spending money on irrelevant things, spending money on nonsense, something that doesn't matter. You can imagine. So guys, let me allow you guys watch this video and see and also hear what this Fi and Arise TV said concerning these matters. But please, before then, if you are new to this channel, do well to subscribe, like, and also drop a comment below. I'll see you guys in my next video.
Between the former governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Well, on Wednesday, Yahaya Bello's media aide said the former governor honored the invitation of the anti-graft agency over alleged money laundering, breach of trust, and misappropriation of 80.2 billion naira. Yahaya Bello was said to have visited the headquarters of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission in Abuja, accompanied by Usman Ododo, the governor of Kogi State, but was asked to leave without being interrogated. The EFCC, however, in a statement denied that the former governor was in the agency's custody, adding that Bello remains wanted. Let's read EFCC's tweet. Well, they wrote, Yahaya Bello not in EFCC custody. Media reports today that a former governor of Kogi State, Mr. Yahaya Bello, is in the holding facility of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. EFCC is incorrect. The commission wishes to state that Bello is not in its custody. Bello, already declared wanted by the commission for alleged 80.2 billion naira money laundering charges, remains wanted with a subsisting warrant for his arrest. That's from Dele Oyewale, who I called and I sent messages to yesterday to, try to clarify this whole allegations and accusation, because it clearly is quite confusing. Well, in the meantime, subsequently, Yahaya Bello's media team raised alarm that people suspected to be operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission surrounded the Kogi government lodge in Asokoro last night in an attempt to forcefully arrest the former governor, and were shooting sporadically. They called on Nigerians to hold the EFCC accountable if anything were to happen to him. Let me read a part of his statement. They wrote, "Tonight's attack was needless, as the former governor made himself available to the EFCC in their office for interrogation. The EFCC had no question to ask Alhaji Yahaya Bello in the morning, but suddenly they are out to arrest him. This action is condemnable. They have displayed the very reason many Nigerians believe they are fighting political battles instead of the mandate to fight corruption. This action reflects much more than the fight against corruption." I mean, if the director can actually pull up that video, because we do have a video showing Yahaya Bello with the governor of Kogi State at the facility yesterday. So I don't understand what really went on here. Yeah, that's the video. And, we have these reports saying that the EFCC raided the government lodge, the Kogi government lodge in Asokoro yesterday. Why was it that they were not able to apprehend him right there? He is clearly in front of the EFCC building. Why were they not able to apprehend him? I know, did you be that? Okay, can I take one reaction? Can I take one reaction before? And this is from Frank Shaibu, who wrote, "Yahaya Bello's juju man must be laughing his way to the bank right about now. How delightful it must feel to convince the fugitive governor that his powerful Otumokbo would make him completely invisible, not just to human eyes, but even to the telescopic and microscopic scrutiny of the EFCC. Imagine the scene. The juju man, with a mischievous grin, whispers, 'It's easy, my friend. Just wear a pristine white kaftan, tuck the Otumokbo into your cap, and scroll confidently with the sitting governor. Take a few photos for good measure, then walk out untouched and unseen. Nothing do you.' But there's more. Ah, yes," continues the juju man. "The eagle will swoop down on the governor's residence later that night, searching for you after reading of your visit in the media. But tell me, how can those who couldn't find you in broad daylight hope to discover you in the cover of darkness? Now drink the black fura and kuli kuli I gave you. It will seal the charm. A cloak of shadows, a sip of secrets. What a game. What a time to be alive in Nigeria. Hashtag fugitive governor." Please, a round of applause for Frank Shaibu. That was completely excellent. But I mean, Yahaya Bello, Dr. Abati, I'd love to start with you.
I don't think it's funny.
Yes.
I think it's a very serious situation. Yes. It's not a funny matter at all. What are the issues in this particular case? The Kogi State, former Kogi State governor,
yes,
Governor Yahaya Bello, having lost his immunity, the EFCC made, an attempt to apprehend them. And there are cases in court. And we've had a back and forth with allegations that Governor Yahaya Bello, who has been asked to come and defend himself, over the alleged misappropriation of 80.2 billion naira, or money laundering, as they called it in the charge sheet. Now, he didn't show up in court. He didn't go to the EFCC. And then the EFCC went as far as declaring him wanted. And in fact, even placed a red alert on him with Interpol, namely that Interpol was asked that anywhere they cited him, they should apprehend him because he has a case to answer. Now, the same Governor Yahaya Bello went to the EFCC office after that hide and seek, attired in Ashwebi with the incumbent governor of Kogi State. Somebody said he was at the car park, but at least he entered the place, got to the car park, and then we were told...
The EFCC building right there.
Yes, right within the premises, right. Even if this video is showing that he was at the car park. And then he was advised to go back. A man that had been declared wanted.
Have you seen that?
So from the point of view of law, morals, and ethics, it appears very strange to, right-thinking members of society. Is the EFCC saying they no longer have a case against him? Somebody you have declared wanted brings himself, and then you say, no, we don't need him, he's not in our custody. However, the later development was what you said, that yesterday evening, there was this report that, Government House Lodge, Government House in Abuja was attacked, was besieged by EFCC officials. There was sporadic shooting in the air. I don't think that drama was necessary.
Absolutely not.
The man, having brought himself, should just have been apprehended. Now, I saw another statement saying where he didn't follow protocols to come and report himself, that he came with the governor of, the current governor of Kogi State, and came with some other politically exposed persons. Well, I mean, the EFCC is a law enforcement agency. They have the powers of arrest. The man they will have arrested is the man they wanted. They don't have to arrest Ododo. They can even ask Ododo to leave their premises. Ododo's immunity does not extend to the office of the chairman of EFCC. So those are the gray areas that I find in all of this. So what follows now? I think the people that have been given the advantage are the supporters of Governor Yahaya Bello, not this imaginary thing about having a shamanist who is doing whatever you call it, juju or whatever. Because now, if you look at the statement by Ohiare, the spokesperson for, former Governor Bello, he is now saying that, look, this is clear evidence that there are political aspects to this, that this is a case of persecution. So everybody, that camp will also say, well, our point has been proven. They say they want him. He carried himself, walked in 2 legs. You are saying protocol. They should just have arrested him immediately.
Absolutely.
But in any case, the matter is in court. The matter will continue in court. If they think by their own protocol, they still want to invite him formally, well, let them invite him formally. If they do, we expect Governor Bello, former Governor Bello, to still go there.
I like that. They should invite him formally and not go in the middle of the night. I mean, like the report stated yesterday. Let me take some more reactions, Rufai, because I know you. This is from Wale, who wrote, "It's truly absurd to think that someone in public office can decide when to answer the law on their own terms if you truly respect the rule of law. Why has it taken you so many months to honor a simple request from the EFCC? It feels like a calculated move to go only when it's convenient. Tinubu needs to make an example out of you for others to learn, because you disregarded the rule of law and those who have voted you in the seat of power." Let me take this other tweet. This person wrote, "As soon as the EFCC chairman did that press conference where he boasted to arrest GYB at all costs or resign, I knew he was a jester. If reports going around that GYB visited the EFCC headquarters and he was asked to go home are true, then Olukoyede should have lost his job already." On point.
Me, I laugh. This is the funniest
No,
thing.
it's absolute comedy, really.
This is the funniest thing I've heard in my life. I'm going to laugh.
Yeah.
Because as Fela says, if man nothing cry, what you go do, you go laugh.
Yeah.
So I have to laugh at the failure and the joke the Nigerian state has become. And Shuaibu was right, Otumokbo. Because that's what it sounds absurd what he said, right? But that's how stupid they're making us feel in this country. So he went there, he showed off in front. And how many of us get invited by EFCC and we go with the governor as escorts? And we just go and we take photo ops in front of the place. I'm here already. And the next day, they say, go, 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 and they go. And they come back in the night. So this was all the time Yahaya Bello ought to have come that he came, right?
Yeah.
Do you know how many times they've been driving? Even when he caught someone that he must appear, did he appear? And so now, some people are now thinking they want to deceive all of us by all of this. That he has appeared. Why didn't they arrest him? He has appeared. He has appeared. Really? And the EFCC too that saw him couldn't pick him up. In the night, they now went back. They shot sporadically, dodging fire.
That's what the report says.
And both Yahaya Bello and EFCC are acting film.
Yeah.
And they expect us, Nigerians, to believe this is their film. In this same country, that protesters are currently being tried for treason. The authorities didn't waste time to arrest the protesters because they don't have anybody to defend them, because they are not high up there politically, because they can go and die because they are just normal citizens, and they expect us to believe this is their game. See, two of you, both EFCC and Yahaya Bello, you people executed this script very well. Nigeria should be on Netflix.
Well, all right. I mean, we've taken this story at length. It took him too long to get here. I mean, he should have been out here way before now. We've talked about this at length. Yeah. I guess we'll move on to the next story. We'll take another story now. Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Remi Tinubu, who recently unveiled several initiatives, including the Young Farmers Club to create employment opportunities and the unity fabric to symbolize national unity, has come under scrutiny after it was revealed that she received over 700 million naira from the State House to purchase dollars for foreign trips between November 2023 and March 2024. According to details posted on GovSpend website, the State House spent 77 million naira in November 2023 to purchase foreign currency for the First Lady's trip to the United States, while 149 million naira was spent for her trip to France in March. The State House spent 473 million naira on foreign exchange for the First Lady's trip to Mozambique, Addis Ababa, and London, while many Nigerians have reacted to the exorbitant amounts spent on the First Lady's office, on the office of the First Lady, despite not being recognized by the Nigerian Constitution. An old video where the First Lady told Nigerians that her family was blessed and did not need Nigeria's wealth has resurfaced online. Let's take a look.
Nigeria's wealth is the commonwealth of all. It belongs to everyone. God has blessed my family. We don't need the wealth of Nigeria to survive, but to do the right thing. And I promise you on this altar that with your help, with the help of God, we will set this nation on the right path. We need your prayers. We need your prayers. I can tell you, I, for one, am a silent worker. I'm not a noisemaker, but I listen and I hear.
All right, Ayo, this video has resurfaced. I actually, respect the First Lady for what she said there in the video. Yeah. She said that she listens and, and the fact that she says that their family, they are actually quite wealthy. Yes. So I wanted to put this out there because the news has been trending that, the First Lady is spending Nigeria's money, but she is actually not the one responsible for that, because it does say that it's from govspend.com and it is the State House buying all of that. And, we've seen that the First Lady has done very well for Nigerians. Only recently, she donated 500 million naira, I believe that was yesterday, to the victims, the flood victims in Maiduguri. I think she was represented by the wife of the vice president. And she's donated so much more to Nigeria. But what is the question here? The Nigerian system. Why is it that we have to keep on asking these questions? Why are these monies allocated to an office that is not in the Constitution, Ayo?
So I think, that's the big question for me, is that why is there so much money spent on an office that is said to not exist? That's the big thing for me here. Beyond how much is spent in donations to disaster efforts, she has done this consistently. Beyond her many initiatives, young farmers, unity fabric, despite being contentious. But it's her move to try and, in her role as First Lady, do something to impact Nigerians. And so when these figures come out, especially at a time when the government is asking Nigerians to sacrifice, that we are in this together, it is provocative. It's upsetting for a lot of people, especially since she herself had come out to say that they have enough money to fund their lifestyle. I understand that there are many instances where she has to visit different countries, you know, in her stead as First Lady. But when these trips are expensive at a time where we have a revenue crunch in the nation, then it beggars belief. And that's where a lot of people are asking that, why are we spending so much money on this office that is not constitutionally recognized? For me, that is the biggest question. And I think morally, even if the money is provided morally, there are certain things that should not happen at a time when people are suffering. That 700 million naira would go a long way in helping, in contributing to whether you want to put it to giving, you know, cash transfers to the most vulnerable, to use to support disaster efforts in Nigeria, whether you use that to channel to the education sector. Since she's big on women and youth, the agriculture, these things can be used better, not to fund trips and stage. I just think that it is not a good optics for a time like this when Nigerians are suffering.
25-year-old Victor Olatunji delivered a stellar performance on Wednesday night when he led his teams Sparta Prague to victory. Olatunji was the star of the night as Sparta Prague defeated RB Salzburg 3-0 in the UEFA Champions League group stage encounter to celebrate the victory. The striker revealed the inscription, "I am chosen, who are you?" which he wore underneath his shirt. Olatunji now joins comedic trend from the testimonies of members of the Lord's Chosen Revival Ministry. Well, the church has now released a new song in response to criticism from the viral trend. Let's take a listen.
Everything they said against my church is over.
When they were talking,
Jesus was watching.
When they were talking,
Jesus was watching.
When they were talking,
Jesus was watching.
When they were spreading their rumors. But when he said it's over, that settles that matter till this morning. As you can see, chosen is moving. Revival must continue. We are taking over the whole world. Forward ever, backwards never. Because everything they said against our church, it is over now. Nobody remembers them. Nobody talks about. Yes, oh, it is over now. Nobody remembers them.
Rufai, the persecution over. The rumors are over. I mean, look at Victor. He's wearing that he is chosen. Chosen. Rufai.
Yeah, we are chosen of the Lord. And that's the church. Please, I'm not part of this cruise.
You're not part of the cruise. I run away from this type of cruise.
I mean, I really appreciate
So guys, I said let me just bring this update to you guys. I hope you really enjoyed that video, and I want you guys to also air your views in the comment section and what you think about what this guy said and what actually is happening in this Nigeria, because this thing is too much. It's too much. They can't be like say that movie they add safe. They can't be take Nigerians for granted as if you don't even sabi anything. Make sure you put your views in the comment section. I'll see you guys in my next video.